Hi, my name is Will and welcome to the Lift Full Body Stretch. We're going to begin by going down onto the floor. So, we're going to start by stretching through the upper body. I want to take your hands directly below your shoulders, your knees directly below your hips, and then curve your spine and lift your chin up to the ceiling. So we're going to take that and then we're going to reverse. So bring the center of your back up towards the ceiling. This is our cat and cow. So these stretches today, we're going to be moving from about 45 seconds to a minute in each of these poses. Some of them will be dynamic like this one, and some will be static. The key is that I want you to feel relaxed, controlled, and just allow the stretch to come into your muscles. Good. So with me today I've got Boy Sam and Girl Sam. Easy to remember their names. Good, so let your forehead drop towards the floor, really push through the heels of your hands, and switch. Okay, so we're going to thread the needle. I want you to take one arm, the back of your hand, thread it through and place the back of your palm on the floor. Then you're going to take it down and place your shoulder and your ear on the floor as well. Now once you get down here, find a place that's comfortable, and if you want to reposition your hand, you can. And then, with that hand flat against the floor, start to draw your shoulder back and open. So, using the floor as resistance, creating a little bit of openness into the back of your shoulder blade. Your head can rest, every part of your body is relaxed, and you're just feeling the opening come into your upper back. Good, gently come up. Same thing on the other side. So reset the position, thread the needle, place the back of your hand on the ground, head comes down, get comfortable once you're there, and then once you're comfortable, start to draw the shoulder back. So you can feel the opening coming up into the top of your back, the back of your shoulders, drawing your scapula apart. So the head is rested gently, and the stretch comes into the upper back. Great. Come back up. We have our twisted cross. So I want you to come down till you're lying. Place one arm out, palm flat. Place the other palm beside you, and then take your outside leg and bring it across. So now we're working the other side of the body, opening up through the shoulder and the pectoral muscle. Now if you have any pain or uncomfortableness within your arm, I want you to feel free to either have your palm up or palm down. For me, palm up hurts my elbow a little bit, so just turn the palm over and focus the stretch on the front of the shoulder. If you can, get that foot flat on the ground, and then encouraging a little bit of a twist into the spine, you can gently press through the palm to get more rotation. Relax and come out. So switch the hands, place it beside you, take the other arm out, and then bring that foot over. Once again, do what's right for you. Hand position depends on what feels comfortable. Once you've got the twist happening, once the foot is flat on the ground, you can gently press through the palm of your hand to open up a little bit more into the shoulder. Remember, you're not wanting to go past what feels uncomfortable. Pain, too far. You want it to feel like a stretch, but nothing bad. Okay, relax and roll over. Coming up onto the hands and knees, we're going to go into a saddle position. That means that you're sitting back on your heels, feeling a little bit of a stretch through the quads. Now, you might want a towel for this one. We're going to start with an eagle. The reason we need it is because if you can't connect your hands. So, one arm up, one arm back, grab the towel, pull and open. So if you can actually connect your hands at the back, I want you to feel free to do that. Can I get them? Just. You're probably going to find that one side is far more open than the other. So the chest is up, the shoulders draw back, and you can feel a stretch into the back of your tricep as well. And relax. Other side. So I'm definitely going to need the towel for the other side. That was my good one. So, Position the arms and then open up. Now it doesn't matter how close you can get the arms, provided that you put tension on whatever you're holding and open up the chest. If you want to go a little bit tighter, that's cool. How's it feeling, guys? Good? Yes? I've definitely got the tightest shoulders of the group. Good, 5 more seconds here. And relax. Let the tail drop to the side. So staying in the saddle position, if you need to come out for a second and shake your legs, that's fine. We're just going to do a gentle neck stretch. So start by taking your hand down to the side, like you're pushing down on something beside you. Take the head across. When you get your ear close to your shoulder, other arm comes across and just cradle it gently. Now I don't want you to pull on your neck, but you can just gently encourage the head to go a little bit closer to the shoulder and gently encourage the other hand to reach towards the floor. So you're not pulling, you're just gently encouraging the head and the neck to extend. This one feels good. Relax. So reset, bring the head back to neutral, same on the other side. Start with the arm, pushing down, dropping the shoulder, bring the head across, and then gently bring the arm up and cradle. So you're not pulling, you're just encouraging. For me, one side is much more flexible than the other. This is my bad side. You're going to find that with stretching, often one side will be great and the other side won't feel nearly so good. That's normal. That's why it's really important to make sure we stretch out, find what our body needs and give it to it. And relax. Cool, so shake the arms off, roll the neck, take it nice and easy. If you need a moment to come out of saddle, come out of saddle. We're now going to focus on stretching the lower body. So we're going to begin by just sitting a little bit deeper in our saddle. So if you can, I want you to take the feet out a little bit wider, bring the butt down so it sits between the heels. Is your butt touching the ground? Yeah? So mine isn't quite, that's fine. Depending on the length of your legs, how much musculature you've got around the bone, you might not be able to actually touch down in this position, but that's okay. All we're doing is opening up over the front of the quads. Feeling some blood flow in. Feeling good, Sam? Sam's been training his legs. Every day's leg day for Sam. Cool. So you can maneuver yourself a little bit to come a little bit lower. And if you want, you can take your hands slightly behind you and start to open up over the front of the hips as well. Now, depending on how your knees are, if this is feeling bad, I want you to go with Sam for the option. Otherwise, we're going to go to a half saddle. So, if you're coming with girl Sam and me, I want you to straighten one leg out, bring your hips down to the floor, and then just bring your body back and over so that you're feeling the stretch come down through the leg that's bent. Once again, trying to get the hip bones to touch the floor, encouraging the chest and shoulders back. Don't go further than what feels comfortable for you. So we're stretching through the quad, and as you can see, Sam is doing almost the same movement, but not quite as much of a challenge for the knee. So if you have any knee problems, feel free to come out of here, roll to the side, and continue the quad stretch. How's that feel, Sam? Good? How about you, Sam? Okay. Gently come out, swing yourself around. Same thing to the other side. So tuck the other leg back. Again, one's probably going to feel much better than the other. Find yourself in a position where your hips are touching the floor, or with Sam, and then gently bring yourself back. So Sam, I want you to soften your elbows a little bit to bring your body down. Good. If you do a lot of exercise, you'll probably find that one hip is more mobile than the other. For me, it's that hip. This is the bad one. If I was a hurdler, I'd be leading with this leg, I think. And relax, gently come out. Coming onto the hands and knees, I want you to start by taking one leg out into a hip flexor stretch. So we're going to work through this dynamically to begin. So I want you to just gently rock yourself back and forward, focusing on the hip, Do whatever feels good. If you want to come down, you can come down, find the floor. And then once you know that you've got activation and opening through that hip, I want you to bring the body up and back. So the force is pushing down through your hip towards the floor. Feel that? Yes? One day we'll be able to do the splits, but not today. Okay, come back so that your hips are over the back knee, and then just fall to the side. So we're moving from the hip into a little bit more of the glute. So one hand in front of the foot, one hand by the knee, and then bring the body forward. So where you should feel the stretch now is coming into the glute and the outside of this front leg, in this region here. Doing whatever feels comfortable. You can just stay up, or you can come a little bit closer. Feels good. So this is our half pigeon. We're going to take it into a full pigeon next. So you have the choice. If you're feeling like this is enough of a stretch for you, I want you to stay here. Otherwise, turn your back leg and bring your body over your front foot. So you feel more of a stretch. Come down to the outside of the glute, the butt, and the outside of the quad at the back. If it's too much for your knee, reposition or slide back to where we were before. Good. 20 more seconds in this pose. So if you want to, bring yourself a little bit lower and just gently relax into the floor. Cool, come up, same thing to the other side. So, hands and knees, start by bringing the other foot forward. So set yourself up strong, 90-90. Then take 5 to 10 seconds to dynamically roll yourself into position. Allow the hip to open. Do what feels good to make sure that your knee is pressing towards your front toes. And then once you know you've got the extension, bring the body back and start to push down and forward with the hips. Just as usual, one side's probably better than the other. Bring your body back so that your hips are over your knee and just drop to the side. So once again, we're in that 90-90 position. Take one hand to the foot, one to the knee, and then bring your body down over the front leg. How are we feeling, guys? Sam's having a nap. Good. So remember, if you want to gently move through the stretch to come a little bit deeper, it's your prerogative, it's your time, it's your stretch. Five more seconds here. Just like before, you have the option to stay here, or if you want a little bit more, reposition, roll your leg under, bring your hips so they're facing the floor, and come into pigeon. If you want to, the head can go to the floor. Your choice to reach the arms in front of you, do whatever you want to do to feel like you're getting the most out of this position. But I just want you to relax and to gently allow your hips to drop towards the floor. In a perfect world, this butt cheek will be connecting with the ground. That's where you're aiming for. I don't think it's ever going to happen to me though. Relax, come up. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. We're going to come up into a down dog. So, straddle first. Take the feet nice and wide, lift your toes up, and then just bring the hands forward. I was getting too excited. I wanted to come into down dog too quickly. It's coming. Good, so you're feeling the stretch come right down the center of the legs. Can you reach a little bit further, Sam? Good. If you can, try and get the elbows to touch the floor. Difficult if you've got short arms like me. Okay, come up. Now we go into down dog. So, hands under shoulders, knees under hips, tuck your toes, and then push up and drive your heels towards the floor. So, you should continue to feel a little bit of a stretch down the back of the legs. I want you to walk through this dynamically. So, pad the heels one side to the other, allowing some stretch to come into the back of the legs. Then when it feels good, plant your hands, fingers are nice and light, drive through the heel of the hand and push your heels towards the floor. So you feel a nice opening into the top of the back as well as the backs of the legs, hamstrings and calves. Walk your hands slowly back and hang. So you're in a forward fold position. So we're here for about another 30 seconds. I want you to allow the weight of your upper body to bring your head further towards the ground. If you can straighten your legs, that's fine. Otherwise, keep them slightly soft. You should feel the stretch right down the hamstrings and a little bit of rush of blood to the head. So just let yourself fall forward, letting go of everything and encouraging your head towards the floor. Rolling up slowly, avoiding the head rush, and you're done. Nice work.